Welcome to the Crime Untangled. Today we're diving into a haunting tale that unfolded in the quiet suburb of Fairview, Oregon in early 2022. It's a story that exposes dark secrets, betrayal, and a chilling plot for murder. At the center of this tragedy is Mia Thompson, a devoted wife, a loving mother, and a talented professional. She lived a seemingly perfect life in Fairview, a serene town where everyone knew everyone. Mia, 37, worked from home as a successful web developer. Her husband, Jack, was 41 and ran a prominent construction business. Together, they had two adorable children, Ava, 11, and Ethan, 9. Mia was adored by her community for her warm heart and unwavering dedication to her family. Balancing her career and home life, she excelled at creating stunning websites for small businesses. Her work didn't just help businesses, it left a lasting impact, often earning her features in local newspapers. Beyond her professional success, Mia's life revolved around her family. She attended school events, participated in PTA meetings, and even spearheaded an after-school coding club to teach kids programming and web design. Her sweet treats, baked for school functions, were legendary, always a hit with kids and parents alike. Jack, on the surface, seemed like the ideal husband and father. His construction company built many homes and businesses in Fairview, and he was a community figure admired for his generosity. From sponsoring the Little League team to helping neighbors with repairs, Jack appeared to embody the values of a supportive partner and an engaged father. To anyone looking in from the outside, the Thompsons had it all. A beautiful home, thriving careers, and a picture-perfect family life. But behind the facade, a dark and dangerous truth was waiting to be uncovered, a truth that would change everything. Mia's seemingly idyllic life began to unravel in the months leading up to her tragic end. She started noticing unsettling changes in Jack's behavior. He often came home late, made mysterious phone calls in hushed tones, and seemed perpetually on edge. Something wasn't right, and Mia's intuition told her trouble was brewing. One night, Mia overheard fragments of a heated phone call Jack was having. Words like debts, threats, and, most shockingly, Rachel echoed through the air. Rachel was Mia's best friend, and hearing her name in such a context only deepened Mia's suspicions. Despite the storm clouds gathering in her personal life, Mia remained deeply involved in her children's lives. At Westfield Elementary, where her kids attended school, she was a pillar of the community. She volunteered regularly, planned events, and even started a coding club to teach kids the fundamentals of programming and web design, a project that truly showcased her passion for creativity and mentorship. Mia was also planning an exciting family trip to Yellowstone National Park. It was her way of pressing pause on life's chaos and reconnecting with her loved ones in nature's embrace. She meticulously researched the best trails, lodges, and activities, even dreaming of capturing the park's stunning landscapes with her new camera. This trip was supposed to be a fresh start, but it would never happen. In addition to her family commitments, Mia was on the brink of a significant career milestone. She had taken on a high-profile project for a rising organic skincare startup. Tasked with revamping their online store and marketing campaign, she poured countless hours into prototypes, market research, and brainstorming sessions. This project represented her hopes for the future, a step toward growing her business and achieving her dreams. Everything seemed to be moving forward until the fateful morning of April 10th, 2022. On the morning of April 10th, 2022, a peaceful neighborhood was shattered by a horrifying discovery. Samuel Lewis, a retired firefighter and longtime neighbor of the Thompsons, went for his usual morning jog. But as he approached their house, something immediately caught his attention. The garage door was slightly open. This was unusual. Samuel knew Mia to be cautious about home security, and leaving the garage open wasn't like her. Curious and concerned, Samuel decided to take a closer look. As he neared the door, his heart sank. A small pool of blood was seeping out onto the driveway. With a growing sense of dread, he pushed the garage door open, and the scene inside was nothing short of a nightmare. Mia lay lifeless in a pool of blood, her body brutally beaten. A heavy wrench, smeared with blood, lay discarded nearby, likely the weapon that ended her life. Samuel, drawing on years of emergency experience, quickly called 911. Despite his training, his hands trembled as he stood guard, ensuring the scene was undisturbed while waiting for help to arrive. The Fairview Police Department responded swiftly. Detectives Jane Foster and Michael Blake, both known for their dedication and sharp instincts, took charge of the case. The garage was a gruesome scene, with blood spatters on the walls and clear signs of a violent struggle. Detective Foster carefully examined the wrench, noting the blood and hair stuck to its surface, key evidence that would later play a pivotal role in the investigation. Meanwhile, Detective Blake interviewed Samuel, piecing together the timeline of his discovery and any unusual activity he might have noticed in the area. Inside the house, a chilling contrast awaited the detectives. Ava and Ethan were still asleep, blissfully unaware of the horror unfolding just steps away. The children were immediately taken to their grandparents' home for safety, shielded from the chaos that had engulfed their family. The detectives meticulously combed through the evidence. Overturned boxes and broken items in the garage hinted at a desperate struggle. Mia's phone, recovered at the scene, became a potential goldmine of information about her final moments. The absence of forced entry suggested one critical fact: Mia likely knew her attacker. As the investigation unfolded, the once perfect image of the Thompson family began to crumble. Detectives Foster and Blake, renowned for their methodical approach, started connecting the dots, and all roads seemed to lead to one person: Jack Thompson. At first glance, Jack appeared to be the devoted husband and father. His construction business, which had built many homes in Fairview, seemed successful. But beneath the surface, secrets lurked, secrets that would soon turn him into the prime suspect in Mia's murder. Months before her death, Mia had started noticing Jack's strange behavior. He would come home late, make secretive phone calls, and appear increasingly agitated. And then there was the phone call Mia overheard, a conversation involving debts, threats, and her best friend Rachel. These weren't just red flags, they were flashing warning signs. The detectives discovered that Jack was entangled in a web of deceit and illegal activities. His construction business, once admired by the community, was a facade for money laundering and gambling. Jack's financial troubles ran deep, and his mounting debts had put him under immense pressure. To make matters worse, Jack was having an affair with Rachel, Mia's closest friend. Their relationship wasn't just a betrayal, it added a sinister twist to an already dark story. The detectives quickly brought Rachel in for questioning. On April 11th, 2022, Rachel arrived at the station, visibly nervous. She admitted to the affair, describing it as an emotional connection, but denied any involvement in Mia's murder. However, her phone records told a different story. Numerous messages between her and Jack discussed not just personal matters, but also Jack's financial woes and their plans for the future. Rachel's colleagues described her as ambitious and career-driven, but some had noticed a change in her behavior in recent months. She had become more secretive and visibly stressed, perhaps a reflection of her involvement with Jack and the growing tension in their lives. The detectives weren't convinced by Rachel's initial story and pressed on. During a second round of questioning, she admitted to moments of jealousy and hinted at conflicts within her relationship with Jack. However, there was no concrete evidence linking her directly to the murder. Yet, while Rachel's involvement added layers of complexity to the case, the detectives weren't ready to rule out other angles. A new lead soon emerged in the form of Logan Wright, a private investigator hired by Mia just weeks before her death. Logan, 45, was known for his relentless pursuit of the truth. Mia had turned to him after her suspicions about Jack's infidelity and financial misdeeds grew too big to ignore. She wanted answers, and Logan delivered. His investigation revealed Jack's affair with Rachel and his entanglement in illegal activities. Mia planned to confront Jack with the evidence and seek a divorce, a confrontation that may have sealed her fate. Logan was brought in for questioning on April 12, 2022. Calm and composed, he presented a detailed account of his findings. He described Mia as a determined woman, ready to protect her children and rebuild her life away from Jack's shadow. Logan's reports included financial discrepancies, records of Jack's secretive dealings, and even evidence of threats tied to Jack's criminal connections. As Logan shared his findings, the depth of Jack's deception became even clearer. Jack's once reputable construction business was a front for laundering money for a local crime syndicate. The financial strain from Jack's gambling and the pressure from his criminal associates created a powder keg of desperation. The detectives leaned heavily on Logan's meticulous reports. He had uncovered not only Jack's financial misdeeds, but also his growing instability. Interviews conducted by Logan painted a chilling picture of a man spiraling out of control, willing to do anything to keep his secrets buried. Logan's work added critical weight to the case. His testimony, combined with the mounting evidence, brought the detectives closer to solving the mystery. Meanwhile, Jack remained under intense scrutiny, his seemingly perfect life unraveling piece by piece. On April 14, 2022, armed with overwhelming evidence, the Fairview Police Department made their move. Detectives Foster and Blake arrived at Jack Thompson's office, ready to confront the man whose web of lies had finally unraveled. Jack, caught in the middle of a meeting, was visibly stunned when the detectives informed him of the charges. Attempting to maintain composure, he insisted on his innocence, but the fear and guilt etched on his face betrayed him. Jack was arrested on charges of first-degree murder, money laundering, and embezzlement, leaving his colleagues in shock and disbelief. The trial that followed was nothing short of a spectacle, capturing the attention of Fairview and beyond. Prosecutors presented a mountain of damning evidence. Financial records exposing Jack's illegal dealings, phone records linking him to Rachel, and chilling testimonies from witnesses like Logan Wright. Rachel, now facing charges of her own for her role in Jack's illicit activities, agreed to testify against him in exchange for a reduced sentence. Her testimony was explosive, shedding light on Jack's motives and detailing the events leading up to Mia's murder. She described Jack's increasing desperation and his fixation on silencing Mia before she could expose him. Logan's testimony was equally compelling. His detailed reports painted a vivid picture of Jack's descent into criminality and his attempts to cover his tracks. Logan provided a timeline of Jack's actions and revealed the threats Jack had received from his criminal associates, adding even more weight to the prosecution's case. Jack's defense team attempted to poke holes in the prosecution's narrative, arguing that there was no direct evidence tying him to the crime scene. However, the overwhelming combination of financial, forensic, and testimonial evidence left little room for doubt. After weeks of testimony and deliberation, the jury delivered its verdict: guilty on all charges. Jack Thompson was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Justice for Mia had been served, but the scars of her tragic death would remain with her family and community forever. With Jack behind bars, the focus shifted to the aftermath of his actions. The Thompson children, Ava and Ethan, were taken in by their maternal grandparents, who vowed to provide them with a loving and stable home. The community of Fairview rallied around the family, offering support and resources to help the children cope with the devastating loss of their mother and the betrayal of their father. Mia's memory became a source of inspiration for those who knew her. Friends, neighbors, and clients remembered her as a kind-hearted, hard-working woman who touched lives with her generosity and warmth. Her contributions to the community, from her involvement in school activities to the coding club she created for children, left a lasting legacy. The case also sparked conversations about the hidden struggles that can exist behind the veneer of a perfect life. Many in the community reflected on the importance of recognizing signs of trouble in relationships and offering support when it's needed. Rachel, having cooperated with the investigation, received a reduced sentence of 5 years for her role in Jack's illegal dealings. While she expressed remorse for her actions, the community's perception of her remained divided. Some saw her as a victim of Jack's manipulation, while others viewed her as complicit in the betrayal and tragedy that unfolded. Logan Wright, the private investigator whose meticulous work had been instrumental in unraveling Jack's double life, became a figure of respect within Fairview. His determination to seek justice for Mia highlighted the critical role of perseverance and integrity in uncovering the truth. The story of Mia Thompson serves as a chilling reminder of how secrets and deceit can destroy lives. While the truth ultimately prevailed, the loss of Mia left a void that could never be filled. Her children, family, and friends continue to honor her legacy, cherishing the memories of the woman who had been the heart of their lives. The story of Mia Thompson is one that will never be forgotten, a harrowing tale of betrayal, murder, and the relentless pursuit of justice. Her life, once full of promise and joy, was tragically cut short, but her memory lives on as a reminder of the strength and kindness she brought to the world. This case also serves as a stark warning about the devastating consequences of hidden secrets and unchecked greed. It challenges us to reflect on the importance of trust, integrity, and vigilance in our own lives and communities. As for Jack Thompson, the man who tore his family apart, his crimes earned him a lifetime behind bars. His downfall exposed not only his betrayal of his wife, but also his web of criminal activity that had gone unchecked for years. Justice was served, but the scars he left behind remain deeply felt by his children, family, and the Fairview community. The gripping details of this case have captivated many, leaving us with questions about the fragile line between trust and betrayal. Could Mia have done more to protect herself once she uncovered Jack's lies? What responsibilities do friends and neighbors bear when they notice warning signs in a troubled household? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Share your opinions in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more chilling true crime stories. Each tale we uncover reveals the darker sides of human nature, and there's always more to explore. Stay tuned for our next investigation. It's one you won't want to miss. Thank you for watching the Crime Channel, where we delve into the most shocking cases and the relentless pursuit of justice.